What's up, everybody, and welcome to Reviews for My Kids, the show where I recap, review, and reminisce on all of the things I've grown to love over the years to not only share with my kids, but with you as well. Kids, today we're breaking down another episode of Doug, who learns that maybe cool shoes aren't everything, especially when they don't even fit. Let's get into it.
Hit it.
That's me.
Old shoes, new shoes, and a basketball star. Let's break down the episode of Doug's Cool Shoes.
There I was, standing on the foul line.
The episode opens with Doug and his friends playing basketball against Roger and his gang. Doug steps up for a free throw with his team down by one, but Roger heckles him about his plain sneakers. Distracted, Doug misses and the ball bounces off his head, leaving him embarrassed and suddenly self-conscious about his shoes. At school, Doug overhears BB and Skeeter chatting about cool footwear. Skeeter even shows off his flashy reversible sneaker boots. Patty appears and invites Doug to play hoops, but Doug, hiding in a locker, nervously declines. The moment only deepens his insecurity. Back home, Doug wonders if his shoes are really that bad. His imagination runs wild. He sees clouds of odor rising from them as classmates jeer and point in disgust before walking away. Soon after, Doug spots Mr. Dink showing off a pair of over-the-top computerized shoes, and later that night, he watches a commercial for basketball star Sky Davis's Air Jets. In Doug's fantasy, the sneakers turn him into an unstoppable player with crowds cheering and Patty calling him the coolest. Excited, Doug drags Porkchop to the mall shoe store. The clerk boxes up Doug's old sneakers, leaving him feeling guilty. And he even imagines them scolding him for betrayal. When the clerk brings out the last pair of Air Jets, they're too big, but Doug tries them on anyway and feels transformed until he realizes he doesn't have enough money. Roger swoops in and buys them instead, rubbing it in. The next day, Doug sulks outside the mall when he unexpectedly meets the Sky Davis. He tells Doug that his real name is Chuck. Chuck admires Doug's old shoes, explaining that he loves his regular sneakers, or as he calls them, his off-court buddies, and he'd never get rid of them. He signs Doug's sneakers, and Doug playfully autographs Chuck's in return. Later, Roger challenges Doug to one-on-one while flaunting his oversized Air Jets. The shoes trip him up, and Doug seizes the ball, sinking the winning shot as his friends cheer. Back in his room, Doug writes in his journal that his shoes are just fine, ending with his lesson, never kick a good shoe when it's down. He wraps up by playing a carefree game of one-on-one with Porkchop.
Oh, man.
I absolutely loved this episode. It taught us that being cool isn't just about what you wear, it's how you play the game. Though let's be real, you can look cool doing it too. This episode is such a fun look at sneaker culture back in the early 90s, and believe me, it has only gotten crazier over the years. I love that we see Doug go to the mall to find a pair of Sky Davis's, as malls used to be the place to be in the mid-80s to early 90s. However, at the time of this video, malls seem to be making a slight comeback, so the Sky Davis character is such a fun homage to basketball legend, greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, with his Air Jordan shoes. Someone even made an actual pair of Sky Davis's using the Jordan 10s only a few years ago. Sadly, they all sold out, otherwise I no doubt would be trying to get a pair. I did, however, have a pair of these, the yellow Kobe's, aka the school buses. Everybody loved these in school. The end scene showing the perspective of a popular athlete having some commonality with a young kid was great and super endearing, showing us all that just because athletes have great levels of success, they too started out just as a kid with a dream. I give this episode 5 pairs of oversized Sky Davis high-top sneakers and 1 pair of Skeeter's reversible ones. Those looked crazy. I want a pair. It's a fantastic episode with a message that you can be happy if you just appreciate what you have, even if the thing that you want does look pretty cool. Kids, growing up, I, like many people in the world, grew up to admire Michael Jordan. Some might even say I was a little obsessed with him, but hey, who wasn't back then? When I was 9 years old, your Nana even told me that I was named after Michael Jordan, even going so far as to tell me that he was in the delivery room and held me in the palm of his hand when I was born. Only to shatter my hopes and dreams when she told me that this did not happen. Whatever, I still believe it. Without a doubt, the most iconic and recognizable athlete in the 80s and 90s, and let's be real, even today, easily considered the greatest of all time. No question on my end. He revolutionized the sport of basketball with his flashy moves and the ability to soar through the air with ease. Alongside these moves came his highly stylized and sought-out-after Jordan shoes. Jordans were the shoe to wear for many, and even continue to this day.
Money's gotta be the shoes. Shoes. You sure it's not the shoes?
I'm sure, Marty.
Shoes. Money's gotta be the shoes.
It's gotta be the shoes! No doubt it was and is. I distinctly remember asking my mom for a pair of basketball shoes that were easily too big for my little feet at the time, but I just didn't care. I'd wear 2, maybe 3 pairs of socks just to make them fit. I just loved the way they looked and wanted to sport them on the court. Unlike Doug, I was thankfully able to make it work. I can remember having a pair of Air Jordan 8s in 1993, though the love was truly solidified for me in 1997 when I received a pair of Air Jordan 12s for Christmas that year.
No way! No way! No way! No way!
Which would later be used during the basketball season. Even as an adult now, I've been very fortunate enough to be able to obtain a few pairs of retro Jordans with re-releases, even taking you kids to the mall to get one of the latest popular re-release. I can only hope that I too can support whatever fun things you kids will want to collect or get into when you get older. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Reviews for My Kids, the show where I recap, review, and reminisce on all of the things I've grown to love over the years to not only share with my kids, but with you as well. Tune in next time. Bye! Jordan for the ball, Jordan hero, the ball's red, go shoot, go shoot.
Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan.